You too.
Okay. So thank you for attending our introduction to productivity coaching, Wesley. I would love, hopefully by the end of today, I want to get a real good idea of, kind of how you found real estate and what you're hoping to accomplish. And my goal for today, and I suspect Candace's goal for today, is to really understand what it is that you're aiming for, and then allow us an opportunity to show you a program that hopefully could match up with some of your desires and kind of catapult your business, as quickly as possible. Tell us a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
Are you talking to me?
I am.
Okay.
So by the way, I'll do a little introduction once you're done, and Candace can do one as well. But I'm the productivity coach. Candace is my coaching partner. She is basically 3 days into the role, but has a wealth, many years of real estate experience that she'll talk to you a little bit about. But tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you end up finding KW Roswell?
So my dad is confirmed to Roswell. So initially, when my parents are the ones that initially kind of like pushed me to get my real estate license. And then just because, I graduated college in May of 2019. And then I struggled to find employment for, the few months that we were still, alive as a country until Corona hit. And then I basically was furloughed from my job for almost close to 6 months. And then I just recently, as of like 4 months ago, quit that job. So, and then I just got my license. So initially how I got into it.
Okay, perfect. And if we could just like wave a magic wand, the first year of the business worked exactly like you were dreaming it would work, what would you have accomplished?
I just need, money to live initially. Any type of sales or getting on my feet would be an accomplishment to me. Or just figuring out how to, secure those prospective, that would be a win to me. I'm not really like necessarily bent on money,
Okay.
but I don't have like a specific financial like goal, I guess. Like I told you yesterday, 100K would probably definitely do me more than I would ever need.
Okay, perfect. Let me take thank you for sharing that. Let me take just a quick minute to give you a little background on myself, and then I'll ask Candace to do the same thing. And we'll kind of go through a little bit of the details of the program. And like I said before, hopefully it'll be you'll see the value in it right away. So I have been in the business now for almost 16 years. Started off with another company. I was there for about 5.5 years, came to KW Roswell at the end of 2010. Started as a solo agent, of course, and then ultimately hired buyer's agent, full-time assistant. I spent a good amount of time working the profit sharing system, almost like a business, or really like a business, and got had some pretty good success there. I've served on the Agent Leadership Council basically every year I've been here, and I've really enjoyed teaching and learning, and going to extra classes, and traveling across the country, for conventions and all these kind of things. I became the team leader in the middle of 2018. I was the team leader until right before coronavirus started, and then I transitioned over to the productivity coach. So in the last week or so, shy of a year, we've built the productivity coaching program from nothing to 77 agents in the program right now. People that are of mixed experience and mixed production levels, and we've really taken what I would consider a really kind of systematic, really step-by-step approach to help people get exactly what they're looking for. Some people are motivated by money, some are motivated by other things. So as we get to know you a little bit better, we'll create a plan for you so you can hit all of your goals, whether they be real estate related or otherwise. And that's really what has that's my why right now is helping share some of the experiences and stories that I've had, and building a team and growing, starting ancillary businesses and these kind of things. And a lot of it comes from the knowledge that I've learned from KW. We're just fortunate enough to bring on Candace Story, who is now my partner coach, and we're in the process of kind of revamping parts of the program and taking it to the next level. So with that in mind, Candace, who are you?
Hi, Wesley. Well, so I've been in real estate since 2000, and I had a dual career at the time. I was a flight attendant for Delta. I retired early with 28 years. Um, I started as a buyer's, basically my first start was as a buyer's agent for a new construction company. And it was just crazy, crazy great information, crazy good. Just had a wild success there and definitely did the 100,000 that year. So it's doable. And I didn't know much of anything. So then I came over to Keller Williams. I got recruited to Keller Williams, where I built a team to the top 10 in the office, and was on the Agent Leadership Council, had the opportunity to mentor agents and have a real heart for that. And then I wanted to go on site because I missed my new construction. So I left to go into an active adult community, and had a lot of experience with active adults, stayed there for a while, went to another couple of communities on site, and then just kind of wandered around in general other brokerages for a while, still successful, but I missed Keller Williams, and Aubrey and Bill, I'd been talking to them and they helped me back to Keller Williams, where I can just say, I'm so happy for you that this is the place where you landed, because this is the place where you'll get what you need. And it's an incredible culture. Everybody wants to see you succeed.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
Mhm.
So when you combine kind of all the experiences that the two of us have had, plus the experience of all of the other agents in the group, really what we're designing here is a community of agents to help everyone get the life that they're trying to design. So the mission statement that we wrote for this says, our mission is to create a community of learning-based and purpose-driven leaders focused together on accelerating the trajectory of our businesses and the quality of our lives. Using the powerful leverage of Keller Williams models, systems, and technology, we intend to create abundant lives for ourselves and for those we support. So it's very detailed in some respects, and it's very vague in some respects. It was written that way on purpose, right? Because quality of life could mean a lot of different things for you, right? It could mean making a certain amount of money and doing something else outside of real estate, right? It could be, all I care about is money. We can help you with that too, right? So whatever it means, we create a plan to help you get there. I think the broker's job, and really our job too, is first we have to know what it is you're desiring. Secondly, we have to know why that is important to you. Thirdly, we need to put our heads together and create a plan that works for you based on your personality and what you're comfortable with, and what you're not comfortable with. Some specific strategies to grow your database and to grow your business, right? And to really do the hard work. And when you do the hard work, and you allow accountability into your world, right, then you can have great results. And the goal is really to have results faster and bigger than you imagine. That's really the role of productivity coaching. So what I don't want you to hear, Wesley, is that you need productivity coaching to be successful. Okay.
Mhm.
There's a difference between teaching and coaching, right? You're going to get some teaching with us. You're also going to get some teaching at the office. We're the #1 training organization in the world, right? That's one of the things we're known for. Productivity coaching is just an additional layer of support designed to help you get there faster, right? It's to help create a partnership in the for you and your business with the coach leaders, and it's also designed. Uh, uh, hang on just 1 second for me. 1 second.
What were you majoring in college?
I did
When you're not
I
talking
Yeah.
to them,
general
there's
studies,
a lot of
which was it was communications, marketing, and sociology. So it wasn't like anything special.
Okay, sorry about that. We're just trying to control some of the background noise. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to cut off. Were you guys start chatting?
He was just asking me what I majored in college.
What'd you major in?
I did general studies, so it's just like instead of having one major, you have three minors. And I did sociology, communications, and like business marketing.
All right, well, you found a good mix of all that, right? Marketing, business, people, communication. You should ace this thing.
Yeah.
um, so ultimately, you could walk in the door without productivity coaching and be super successful. What we're aiming to do is to create an additional community to help you get there faster and to make sure you're always knowledgeable about whether you're on pace, whether you're on track, and create a predictable business and build up your skill set and your confidence and your knowledge in the marketplace, your knowledge of language patterns, all that kind of stuff to help you be the best you can be. Candace, just wave your hand if you want to chime in with anything. I'm sure you got lots to add. I wanted to start by kind of giving you a little bit of an overview of what a typical week looks like. So we've just recently made some changes to the group to give you some additional resources. So I want to chat with you about those too. So for brand new agents that are coming into the group, we have, here's the, what we have is a group coaching session. So each week we have a group session. You'll be assigned a small group during your first 3 transactions. And that group will meet once a week for 20 minutes. So it'll provide a small group for extra accountability. You can use those people or any others for script partners, accountability partners, additional resources for questions and these kind of things. So you'll be assigned a small group, and that'll allow you some additional synergy and resources as you are kind of learning all the things you got to learn. Okay. So we'll give you a day and time for that. We also every single morning have a Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 9. We have a morning huddle, and each morning huddle, everything is on Zoom, by the way. I should have said that. We record all the events so you can access those in the future or at your convenience. Okay, so every morning from 8:30 to 9, we have a Zoom morning huddle, and there's different themes for each of the classes. So for example, yesterday's class was on building up your database. Today, the class is on time management. And every day we have a different theme based on what I'm learning through the coaching sessions or the biggest needs in the community. Okay. 2 times per week, we have open office hours. I do one of them, Candace does the other, from 8 to 8:30, where you just pop into the Zoom room and you can ask whatever you need to ask. Okay. We have kind of 2 groups in the program. We have a launch group. A launch group is typically 0 to 3 transactions. So in addition to the small group weekly coaching sessions, we also have a weekly mastermind where you pop into the Zoom room and you connect with all the other agents that are in the other small groups and have an opportunity to learn and share. And you're sharing your successes, you're sharing your struggles. We're helping each other with all the building the presentations and navigating the market and really learning more about how to be successful. Candace shortly it'll be the 2 of us for a bit, but then Candace will take over that mastermind, and she'll be kind of the MC of it, if you will. Once you have your 3rd transaction, we give you an opportunity to do one-on-one coaching with myself, and that would be a 15-minute weekly coaching session. So you can stay in your group if you'd like, but we do offer you the opportunity for a one-on-one coaching session as well. We typically have, like every other week, we're still kind of fine tuning this right now, but every other week, we're probably going to do a success series where we bring in a successful agent in, a top producer, so we can get to know them a little bit better, do some Q&A, hear their background, hear a little bit about how they built their business and what they're focused on now. And you can kind of learn some of the lead generation strategies that they use and how they've overcome some of the obstacles that they faced while growing their business and growing their team. And we'll also invite periodically other top producers in, like next Friday, for example, we're going to invite Kimball and Brandon, who's one of the local closing attorney companies, to share some information about the contract to close process. So we always are like, there's typically some pop-up classes around that kind of content. It's all driven around how to pour more value into you so you can get what you want faster. Okay. We also have a growth group. So that is about 4 units and more per year. And we have a mastermind for that as well. So once you get to that area, you can participate in that mastermind too. You can come and listen, but it's designed for agents that are, kind of slightly to the next level. Okay. One of the other things that we do is we offer a orientation weekly to the productivity coaching program. So once you come on board, we'll orient you to the program, right? Where to find all the resources, the scripts, the presentations, the YouTube channel, the Google Drive, all that kind of stuff, and begin to work with you through your specific business plan. We've got 4 or 5 classes that we intend to do rotation probably every other week, from scripts and role play to contracts to writing offers to negotiating, business planning, some technology stuff. So we'll be rotating some of those concepts each week, and all that stuff will be recorded, and it's hosted on a private YouTube channel, and we have almost a full year's worth of content. So there's like over 400 videos on there. Everything you could possibly think of, from mock offers to CMAs to live listing presentations, live buyer presentations, scripts and objection handlers, profit share, technology, Canva, Command. I mean, the list goes on. You can access all of that stuff at no additional charge, of course. And it's housed for you, so you can watch it as much as you'd like. We also have a private Google Drive, which we basically add to almost every single day, where it's got any kind of marketing pieces or checklist or information sheets and script books and all the kinds of resources that I kind of compiled over the year as I was building my business. And of course, some stuff from some other people as well, course curriculums and that kind of thing. Any questions so far?
No, it just seems like y'all got a lot for sure.
All right, I'm almost done. Not quite done yet though. There's also 2 great technology packages that we have with productivity coaching. One is called Cold Resource Realty. It's basically an online directory, so you can search for people's names and cell phone numbers around a particular address or around a particular neighborhood. So if you have a new listing or just sold a listing or just took an open house or something, you can call the neighbors and invite them to the open house. That service is about $1,200 a year. That is free with productivity coaching. We also have something called Vulcan 7. Vulcan7.com is basically the premier source for expireds, withdrawals, and for sale by owners. And you can access that data as frequently as you want. It's updated daily. And that data is available to you for free with productivity coaching as well. And that service is about $350 per month. Typically, that's free with our program. Okay. All right. Any questions? Cool. Candace, do you want to add anything?
Yes, I just wanted to add, sorry for the background noise, but Wesley, the way that I think of productivity coaching, I love hacks. I love anything that gives me a shortcut to anything, because we're all busy, right? So I think of productivity coaching as a hack. It'll get you from here to here much faster. It's like if you ever saw A Wrinkle in Time, it folds the time and puts it together. So that's the way I think of productivity coaching and what the value of it is.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you. See, I should have just let you do it. You could have said everything in like 5 seconds. All right. Let's talk about the way that the compensation goes. So this coaching is a little different than most coaching, right? Most coaching, if you've ever hired a coach, you're typically paying for the coach's time, and the results is kind of on you, right? So if I were to go to a gym, for example, and I hire a personal trainer, I'm going to pay the $75, $100 an hour, and whether I get muscles is on me, right? It has nothing to do with the trainer. They've already been paid. This is the exact opposite. Okay, so you come in, you kind of immerse yourself in the community. You're coming to the morning huddles. We have 2 WhatsApp groups, a WhatsApp group for help and a WhatsApp group for announcements, so you can be involved in all that. That's basically like a running class all day long in some ways. You take advantage of the tech resources that we talked about, the Google Drive, the YouTube page, the morning huddles, the group coaching, eventually the one-on-one coaching. And when it works, meaning when you're successful, that's when you pay. So when you earn a commission check, 10% of the gross commission income is given to the productivity coaching program off the top. Okay. And when the 90% that remains is what you split according to Keller Williams's policies. Okay. Keller Williams splits. We cap that at $10,000 per year. So for example, if you were to make $50,000 this year, then you would pay $5,000 for coaching. If you were to make $100,000, you'd pay $10,000. If you make $300,000, you pay $10,000. Okay, so the most you'd ever pay in a fiscal year is $10,000. Make sense?
Yeah. Yes.
And there's no long-term or short-term contract. We invite you to stay for as long as you'd like. We have agents that are.
Sorry, my computer died.
Oh, that's okay. Candace is in here now. There's no long-term or short-term contract. We invite you to stay as long as you're getting value. And as we have grow more and more, we're constantly looking for ways to deliver more value, right? So as a relatively new agent, there's certain things like, let's say, how to do a listing presentation, how to do a buyer presentation, how to organize your forms online, how to, do some branding and some social media efforts, these kind of things. That's kind of stuff that's probably most pertinent to you right now. But if somebody were to come in the group and say, hey, I made 80 grand last year and I made 80 grand the year before and I made 80 grand the year before, I need help taking it to the next level, we certainly have the tools and resources to do that as well. And that's our full intention. So I don't want you to ever feel like you're like kind of graduated, so to speak. There is some teaching and some training, but really where the value is, and not, in my opinion, is coaching, right? It's huddling with you every week and saying, hey, what do we do well? What do we struggle with? What's our primary targets for this week, right? What are the distractions that got in the way? How can we overcome those? How's the mindset, right? What tools do we need? Who are we going to hire next? How should we spend our money? Is this process working? Is this process not working? Am I on track? That kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. What kind of questions do you have?
So, I really don't. I would have to think about all that. I mean, it's a lot to think about for sure.
Right. What I would say, I'm going to take I'm going to try my luck at how Candace summarized earlier, which is it's simply, in our opinion, it's just a accelerator, right? So there's so many things that you get an opportunity to learn about and take advantage of. This is really like, again, having a partner to tell you, hey, that's important, focus on that. Hey, that can wait 2 weeks. Hey, you don't need to worry about that. Hey, this is really what you need to work on this week, today, tomorrow, next month, etc. So it's really having some accountability involved in your daily activities so that you can always make sure that you're making progress in the right direction. What we have found is that generally somewhere around 3 times the growth in somebody's business in comparison to somebody that is not in the program new versus somebody that is in the program new, generally seeing about 3 times the growth of their business if they're in productivity coaching.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay.
And I'll just say, just to Bill's point about you never graduate, Bill has a coach, I have a coach. When I started getting successful in real estate was when I had a coach. When I was out there doing it on my own, there were days when I gave myself a break and at the end of the month I was like, ooh, this is scary. So having a coach and having that accountability, it's not an uncomfortable thing because everybody wants, like I said, everybody wants to see you succeed. It's a way for you to develop great habits and become a business owner.
Exactly. I actually have multiple coaches right now. So what we tend to find is the people that are at the highest level of their whatever profession they have tend to have an incredible amount of accountability. So we just wanted to take a minute to share the productivity coaching opportunity with you. Next steps, if you're interested, there's a short contract that we can email you. It would come from Lee Fox, who's our assistant market center administrator. And it's like a 2-page little contract that kind of reviews my expectations of you and vice versa and lays out how the money works. And it's a document that can be terminated at any time by either of us. So really our job is to earn the relationship every day, right? So if you are not getting the value that you were expecting or hoping for, my ask of you would be, hey, let's have an adult conversation about it, right? So rather than sending me a, I quit email in the middle of the night, call me and let's have a conversation about it, right? Because if you're struggling with something that we're not providing for some reason, truthfully, you're probably not the only one. And if we were to make an adjustment to the program that would be more valuable for you and others, then we would all win together. The beautiful part, to be honest, is we don't win unless you win, right? If you come in the program and it takes you a handful of months to get a prospect, you got all that assistance for free, right? Until you actually have a closing. So our attempt is to make it as big of a no-brainer as possible and mitigate as much risk as possible, particularly from a financial standpoint, so that you can grow your business right from the get-go.
Okay, yeah, I'm actually definitely interested. If you want to send that over to me, for sure, I'll take a look at it.
Beautiful. As soon as you autograph it, we'll send you all of the logins and information, get you set up with an orientation, and get you rolling right away, okay?
Okay, excellent.
You want to add anything?
Nope, I look forward to meeting you.
It was nice.
Are you gonna be in the office anytime?
Are you coming to the office soon?
I definitely, I don't know, all my meetings are on Zoom. It's like, well, the only thing that they hold in the office is the team meeting, right? Really?
For the most part, but we still have a lot of people that, especially in productivity coaching, we probably have about 10, 15 agents that come in each day that are making their calls and helping one another and building their presentations and learning the market. So I would tell you, the more often that you can come into the office and meet your colleagues, the more motivation you'll have and probably the more success you'll have.
Okay, definitely. Yeah, I'll start coming for sure.
So Thursday morning, once you're signed up, I'm doing a live lead generation. We'll have people in the same room. Everybody will be making their calls. You can listen in and kind of see how everybody does it. I'll be making some calls. You can listen in and see how I do it. And it'll be a good start. The very first thing you want to do is start talking to some people, right?
Yeah.
So that's Thursday from 9 to 11 here, right after our morning huddle. And then Candace is going to be available on Wednesday and Friday of this week from 1 to 4, just as a little meet and greet, so she can meet all the productivity coaching clients. And she's relatively new to the office, although not new to real estate, so that'll give her a chance to meet as many people as possible.
Okay.
All right, Wesley, looking forward to getting into business, sir. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
All right, take care.